Good afternoon. My name is David Wentworth. I'm going to present a case study from the text entitled The New Chief Information Officer. The case discusses an electrical products manufacturer called Rose Industries, which started falling further and further behind the competition, even though other higher-priced manufacturers saw growth. Ralph Williams, the president and CEO of Rose Industries, realized that in order to become competitive, the firm needed to embrace project management. However, Rose Industries had a long history of inbreeding, starting new employees at the bottom of the ladder and promoting from within, which stood in the way of change. Ralph knew that change was not going to be easy, but it was needed. So he hired a highly qualified project manager named John Green to lead the way. John Green developed a plan and set out a course of action. His plan was a four-step approach for implementing change. Step 1. Hire several project management professionals quickly. Step 2. Create 2 project management offices within the organization. One for IT projects, the other for corporate or strategic projects. Step 3. Create an IT systems development methodology. And finally, Step 4. Create an enterprise project management methodology. The 4-step process was presented to all executive staff. His approach was highly criticized by leadership. Without support for the approach, John Green retired after only 2 weeks in the position. The case study asks a series of questions in regard to the firm and its attempt at project management. The following discussion addresses these questions. Why was it difficult for Rose Industries to implement project management prior to John Green coming on board? Rose Industries had a long history of inbreeding. All new industries began working at the bottom of the ladder in one position or another. All positions came from within the ranks. Every manager started at the bottom and worked their way through the ranks. All senior leaders at Rose Industries had been with the firm for at least 30 years. In fact, Ralph Williams had been with the company for 45. Unfortunately, by strictly using this inbreeding manner of filling positions, promoting from within, no new positions had been created. This resulted in business being conducted in the same manner year after year. Project management was not a position within the firm, and company leadership had seen no reason to establish a project management office to this point in time. Many times in business, they run this way and fail to change with the times, which ultimately leads to their demise. Can inbreeding be detrimental to project management maturity? Sure it can. Inbreeding can be very detrimental to project management and any other function for that matter. If there is no project management office or function within an organization, employees do not grow with an understanding of how project management can benefit the firm. Employees in this type of work environment continue to work with the status quo and fail to take advantage of new and different processes which could create a better work environment. If someone within the chain brings up new ideas, the old dinosaurs within the company quickly shoot it down. This trend certainly discourages thinking outside the box and stunts company growth. Looking at Rose Industries' current level of project management maturity, which is not much, how long might it take them to see some reasonable project management maturity, assuming John Green was not there? Given the current environment of leadership in Rose Industries and the level of project management maturity, which is nearly non-existent, I do not think project management has a chance of becoming embedded in the firm without a significant change in organizational processes to include project management. New ideas and processes will continuously be stifled by Stone Age thinking. I feel the company will fail to adopt a successful project management methodology. Is it possible for an executive, or anyone else for that matter, to determine the true nature of the job at hand, during the hiring interview? What questions, if any, should be asked? Without an understanding of project management and the benefits of using project management in an organization, it is difficult for an executive or any other person within the organization to know the challenges of the job. Since Rose Industries has such a history of inbreeding, it is difficult to understand how the executive or any other interviewer could even know how to interview a prospective project manager or what questions to ask. Without knowledge of project management and how it affects business, the interviewer would need to research the field of project management prior to the interview to determine the questions to ask and understand how project management would fit in the organization. Once the research was done, the interviewer may even want to visit other firms which have project managers to see how the functions work within each firm. However, if there is no degree of buy-in from the other inbred managers, the project management office is likely to fail, even as it is staffed with highly qualified individuals. How does one know during the job interview process if the promises made for support will be kept? It is difficult to know during the interview process if the promises of support will be kept. In order to get the answers to the question, the prospective project manager would have to ask the right questions of the interviewer, which would tell him how much support there is within the senior managers and what level of understanding the project management is within the organization. He may also need to ask questions to determine the goals of the company in regards to the project management office to see if they are aligned with the mission, vision, and values of the firm. Additionally, he could ask if there is a timeline for implementation and if there will be other project management staff hired. Was Green correct in his 4 components of a good project management culture? Was Green too optimistic with his 4-step approach? I believe that John Green came into Rose Industries too strong in his efforts to create a project management environment. If John would have started out in the position by initiating some low-risk activities, such as establishing training sessions to explain project management and the benefits of project management to all employees, not just senior leaders, to give them an understanding of how project management could benefit the organization and each individual. He could work with the heads of each department to develop standards and provide management training. By doing this type of low-risk, low-threat approach, people within the organization would become informed and not feel threatened by the concept of project management and a project management office. As people within the organization began to realize the benefits of project management, then he could move on to hiring project managers, creating different project management offices, and further ingraining project management within the firm. Why were the other executives threatened by his 4-step approach? The senior leaders and executives in Rose Industries are inbred dinosaurs who came up through the ranks with little or no change in the way business was done through the years. The fact that John Green was hired from outside of the organizational ladder was bad enough in the eyes of company employees. Never mind the idea of bringing in more outsiders to fill new positions created by the project management office. The idea of creating 2 project management offices seemed to create redundant layers of excess management that they did not see a need for in the first place. Additionally, Rose Industries was used to buying generic, off-the-shelf, cookie-cutter technology just to get by. Investment in systems development seemed very wasteful to the dinosaurs. Lastly, existing leaders also feared giving power to any new entity within the organization. Was Green correct in resigning from the company? John Green made a tactical error in thinking he knew how to embed project management into the Rose Industry firm. His high-risk implementation approach threatened company employees from the very beginning. He may have had a better chance of winning people over had he broken down the dinosaur mentality with low-risk implementation and training. The Stone Age mentality was written on the wall, and John was wise to leave at the point he realized this fact. What is your prognosis of Rose's chances of remaining in business? Rose Industry is stuck in the past and will not remain in business very long without significantly changing the manner in which the firm is managed. The string of inbreeding within the firm needs to be cut if Rose Industries wishes to start climbing back into the competitive environment.